go in number 1. It's eerie how much this train resembles the train in the forest. Nothing to look at. Oh, who are they? What are those two up to? They're whispering. I don't usually eavesdrop, but this is my dream, and since I'm a ghost in it, what would it hurt? I met the most interesting fellow, a poet apparently. He works for the train company, if you can imagine that. Oh, is this the wife? Is that so, Master E.G.? He's a commoner like myself, then. Okay, you don't say that. Don't know where there is nothing common about you. That's kind of you, Master E.G. But your mother has a different view. You don't have to call me Master E.G., not when we're alone. Besides, my mother adores you. As a housekeeper, perhaps. You're my muse, Kiyu. You know that. Nothing else matters. It would matter to your mother. Don't worry about her. She'll be fine. When the time is right. But when, well... Mother's having a spell. I need to go. But, Master Patiji, she has a nurse. Yes, but she needs her son. Excuse me, Kiyu. She's gone. Wow, she was so upset, and he barely noticed. I better check on her. You mean I can't go this way? Where did she go? Where did... That's just what I said. Did she make it to the next car that quickly? He's not going to say anything. Most of the passengers treat me just horribly, but I will do my duty and smile the whole time. Yeah, that's the problem working in service. Dealing with customers. Get treated like dirt. Right. Where did she go then? And I can't... Did I try the crowbar? Yeah. That's not her. You'll be able to join me shortly, my love. I just have a few more tasks to accomplish. Minako. But Tatsu, this is supposed to be our honeymoon. It is, but you know the only way I could get us on the train was for me to be working at the same time. You know my parents would have paid for it. Minako, it's my responsibility to provide for you now, not theirs. But this trip has become such a bore. You're always working and there's only one vaguely interesting family on board. Don't worry, I'm almost done. Aren't you enjoying the poems I've hidden around the train to surprise you? Yes, they are very sweet, but I don't want poems, I want my husband. Just a bit longer, my love, not much. To be honest, I've misplaced the key to my locker mini-safe. I must find that before I can do anything else. Fine, do what you must. Maybe if you didn't distract yourself with poems, you wouldn't lose things. Of course, dear. Now you've upset me and I feel a bit queasy. There's a doctor in a neighbouring cupboard. Perhaps he'll care for me since you seem not to. That's mean and unfair, Minako. Minako. He's only trying to do his best. Wow, the janitor is married to a socialite by the looks of it. That's a complicated relationship. Right, can we use this ball now? What? It's stuck. You mean I can't go that way? Oh no. I guess we're going to have to run back. Oh, she dropped something. That woman dropped a piece of paper as she was leaving. Your delicate hands, how rough my fingers must feel. Textures of our love. What a beautiful poem. I'm not into poetry. So it doesn't mean anything to me. We're just going to head back this way then. Oh. Where'd she go? She was right in front of me. She must have hurried into the next car already. Where did that little girl and her mother come from? Mommy, where's my doll? I can't find my doll. Which one? I can't keep track. My Tere Tere Bozu. If I don't hang it, we'll have bad luck. That horrid thing. I wouldn't be surprised if someone threw it out. It looks like a rag wrapped around a ball. That's probably what's hanging behind the door in the future. That's mean, Mommy. I want my doll. Stay put. I'll ask the porter. What's happening? Maybe you can help me, would you? She can see us. Sure, bet no one else can, right? No, no one else can see or hear me. That's because they don't want to. They don't like to be distracted from themselves. Well, I can never tell what's going on in my dreams anyway. Dreams? Yeah, this is a dream. You're just someone in my dream. Alright, all my ghost friends say that. Ghost friends? Well, my mother calls them my imaginary friends. She says I have a vivid imagination. I think it's just because I have any imagination and most adults don't, but my ghost friends are real, and so am I. Ghost? Then I am dead? No, I don't think so. I've met dead ghost friends. They're not quite as nice to play with. I see. So can you help find my doll? Ghost friends can go places I can't go. I'm only a little girl after all, not a ghost like you. Okay, I mean I'll try, but I wouldn't know where to start looking. Well, Mother said it could have gotten thrown out. She's probably right. I tend to leave my dolls everywhere, and this one doesn't look like a typical doll. Okay, I'll try. So it's probably in the trash can. The rubbish bin. Like a ball wrapped in a white cloth. If it was thrown out, it could be in the trash can here, or the trash bin in the utility room. But the bin is locked and only the janitor has the key. Well, I'm not going to go rooting around any trash. Summon the janitor, please. Is he? Well, if the doll was... blah, 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 blah. No, I clicked it again. So we need to get the janitor. Doll doesn't appear to be in the trash can. That leaves the bin, but how do I unlock that? Oh, I can go this way now. Or I could go that way anyway before, couldn't I? Let me save it. I'm guessing we have to go back the other way. We'll see if we can go. Oh, we can go this way. Oh. So do not disturb. I don't hear a thing. I don't hear a thing. But there's definitely a truck. Can I go in there? I hear that woman's voice. Well, why can't I go in? I want to go in. No one's in there. Okay, so I can't go in. I don't think there's anyone in there. Not a person, at least. An animal? Why would I think that? Okay, I can't go in the door. No use forging ahead. Right, so I need to go back. Find the janitor. I wonder if she... Please help me find my doll. I'm gonna go get some coffee since I've run out, and I might open my curtains because it's getting a bit daylight here. So I shall be back in a few minutes. Hey, back again. It stopped snowing. Finally. Still got a bit of a sore back. Right. Guess we're going back this way. So we need the key for there, don't we? Where are we going to get that? How are we going to get that off the janitor? Are we going to give him the letter? Don't think I can help him. I should take this poem to his wife. Oh, right. I've got it. I need to listen to the voices, use the letter on the door where the wife is. Right, it wasn't here. It was the next carriage. Right, so that's... I don't hear a thing, yeah. I hear that woman's voice. Right, let's try the letter. I'll just slip this under the door. What was that? It's an envelope addressed to you. It's from my husband. How foolish I am. I told him I was coming to see you, but he doesn't know the truth. He doesn't suspect. You can't. Calm yourself, dear girl. Never fear. I've worked for the Morrises for years, believe me. I know a thing or two about discretion. It's just he can't know yet. And he doesn't need to. No, that is, if you wish to take certain steps. I can't think about that right now. Of course, but I'm at your service. Thank you, Dr. Clark. I'm in your debt. Now please excuse me. Oh, what is she hiding? I wonder what that was all about. Can I go in there? Quiet, the doctor must be resting now. Is she crying? No one's in there. Don't think there's anyone in there, not a person, at least an animal. Can I put anything else through the door? This does nothing. This does nothing. Let's give the doctor the scissors. Here, cut out the crying. So what we're going to do now? I can't knock on the door. Can I look at that? No, I can't. How do I swap pages? There. There. Okay. I guess we go back then. So... Crystal water jug sits in a bed of ice and it floats a few slices of lemon. Can I break that, do you think? No. Please help me find my doll. I'm trying. Looks like another child your age. But Mom, she's a girl. Luxury, the thread count on these napkins is ridiculously low. How am I going to get in there? Where's this janitor gone? I'm sure the trash bin key is locked safely away. I'd better tell that little girl that I can't help her find her doll. Okay. Please help me find my doll. I can't. What am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? I've already talked to her. I need to go this way. I'm mostly missing something really stupid. Do, do, do. Oh, a little bit stuck for the first time. Why is she not listening to me? I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. You can call me Ayumi. What a pretty name. Mine is Saki. I know. But how? I know all my ghost friends' names. If you say so, Ayumi. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I couldn't find your doll. I think it's locked in the trash, and I don't know how to get the key. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll find it in time. In time? In time for what? Silly, I didn't mean it that way. What do you mean by that? What's happening? We're going back in time. We're going back to where we were. Chapter 3, Yuta. What happened? What a weird dream. Yuta, where's Yuta? He's not here. Yuta! What's this in my pocket? No, it can't be. We've got the iron ball. That's impossible. Here's Yuta. Saki, you're awake. Yuta, it was so strange. I was dreaming, or I thought I was dreaming. I was on this train, but in the past, when it was new. It was going somewhere, where there were people, and they couldn't hear me, and a little girl, she could, and she lost her doll. Whoa, slow down. You'll give yourself a heart attack. But see this metal ball? I took this from a man in my dream. He had a little case full of them. How could this be real if I dreamed it? Well, couldn't you ask how could it have been a dream if that thing is real? What are you saying? Don't worry, you'll sort it all out in time. That's just what the little girl said. I imagine that. Well, now that you're awake, weren't you trying to get into that locked door in the next car? Yes, let's get back there. I want to see what's over here first. There's something here. It's rotted away now, but I bet the food was very fancy back in the day. The box isn't there. Oh, door. I'm never going to get through this door. Right, let's head back. Oh. A small piece of paper is sticking out from under a platter. My dolls are my friends. Her friends were my dolls. That way we could play always. Child's drawing. So, it's the dolls. Will they let us go? A child's drawing falls to the floor. Hang to stop the rain. Teru Teru Bozu doll. How does the doll feel? This is the kind of doll that the little girl in my dream lost. Right, so there's the trash thing. We can't go in these, can we? No. I am going to save, but we are back here now. I just had a thought about the locker contains a built-in mini-safe. If I could get something through that maze, I might be able to open the safe. Hey, it fits! Get in there. I need to do it that way though. Where was I trying to get to? Do we not need to get it into the middle? So how do you get it into the middle? Or we no, we're coming out the other side. Okay. Ah, out this hole here. There's a click and the mini-safe door opens. The trash bin key. This should open the trash bin. Janitor's ID card. The janitor was the poet I saw. No wonder his wife was so unhappy that he had to work. I'm just wondering about this book. Or resting on the it almost looks like it's waiting for something. I don't have anything I could give it. Really. I was wondering about the other book putting pages in, but we don't have access to the pages, the drawings. Right, we need along here. Here we go. It opened. The doll. It really was there. That was quite a dream you had. I promised to find it for that little girl. Maybe if I found a place to hang it, that would help. Where could we hang it? It had to be a window, wasn't it? That's just the food. There's no windows this way. I better figure out what's going on here before I go any further. Right, we can't get in there yet. But the diagram is like pointing. Can I, just out of interest, can I put that here? No. It's locked. Wait, I think I'll stay out here. Why? I'm just a little claustrophobic. I don't like being stuck in these tiny train cabins. Oh, okay, if you say so. I'll just want to check something. I'll be right back. Sure thing. I'll be right here. There we go, look. There, I think that's right. Wait, maybe if I pull it. Oops. There was something hidden inside. A child's drawing. Teru Bozo 6 hanging in the sun. One dropped low to cool in the shade, one became tangled and started to fade. Another's line broke, so it fell far below. One poor doll was taken away by a crow. One climbed on top, which was no small feat. One fell to the ground and burned up in the heat. Bozo at dawn, six hanging in the sun. Come sunset, they're all changed, every one. What's that about then? I thought you were never going to come out. Where to now? I don't know. I think we have to go back to the future. No? Okay. Never mind then. Can I open that? No. I guess we're just going to have to work our way back again. Can I look in there? A large trash bin. Okay, so that's telling us we don't need to be in here. And we couldn't get in there. And we can't unlock the combo yet. Let me save. We don't have anything new to give the hand. Fire extinguisher. There's a grimy handprint on it. Yeah. Don't know what to do with that. Right, here's another book. Tattered notebook. Half of the contents are missing. But can we just... Now's not the time to go back to the camp. Ooh. So what we're meant to be doing? Can we cut something? What's the handprint for? There's something. Janitor's locker, which contains a mini safe. There's nothing useful in here anymore. What am I missing? Stained bone sink. An ancient toilet. Can't use the crowbar on it. Didn't mean to go into there. Can we cut that down? Does nothing. Does nothing. I didn't mean to go back in. It's locked. And we can't just use the crowbar on this. Can we peek inside again? Examine. Oh, we can examine the lock. Ah! It's hanging up just now. So if we turn to the left and leave, can I peek inside now? Come out, please, Sen. Are you... Maybe we turn it to the right then, so it's lying flat. But now it's back up there. And it's still hanging up. Right. It's a combination. Oops, didn't mean to go in there. Could it be to do with that? One dropped low to cool in the sun. I think it's a combination, isn't it, we have to find. To do this door. One dropped low. I think that's what we've got to do here, but I don't know. If we turn to the left 3 and then turn to the right. How many was that? Let me just count that again. So we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6. So it is to do, I reckon it's to do with this, it's to do with these. 6. One dropped low. So the first one should be low then, is it? I reckon. So to go... We had low, tangled, fell, taken away, up to the top, and fell. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not quite sure. Let me just try. So the first two were okay, weren't they? So I would say that's left, left. Then the third one fell, so he's that way. Then the next one got taken away, and that could be that. Then the next one sort of okay. And then the other one fell. No, I don't know. What's the combination for here then? Can we talk to you? Are you going to tell us anything now? So peek into the carbon, see it's hanging up. We can't peek in when we turn it either. Because if we just do leave, it takes us right out. So what's the combination? It must be to do with that diagram, but I can't quite figure out the diagram. That's obviously the combination. One dropped to... One became tangled, so he's tangled. You can see that on the thing. The other line's broke, so it fell below. See, he maybe didn't go flat then. It's maybe only the last one that should be lying down. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I did it again. Right, examine the lock. I reckon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 to the right. No. So what is it? What is the combination? Doesn't make any sense. There's no other clues here. I don't know. Unless anybody else knows or any ideas. I'm a bit stuck now. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it would be. It must be something to do with that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if anybody else has solved it. Okay, this person has solved it. I'm just trying to see what the solution is so I can match it in with... I want to see how it matches in with the clue that we've got. So, right, right. Sorry, left, left. For being up the way. So that's the first two guys on there. Right for fallen, right for taken away. Okay, it was the taken away thing then. It had to be... You had to take... Yeah, okay. Because it was taken away, that's another fallen down one. Okay. Okay, I get it now. So we were on the right track. The right railway track. So for the diagram we had to go left, left, then right, right, right. And then the one that was up on the roof. And then the one that fell down. There. Okay, we're getting there. I just didn't do the taken away one. Finally, who's in here? Are you... Yuta, how? So Yuta's a ghost. That's impossible. You are... Yuta, I don't understand. Oh, Yuta, no. I can't. Oh no, she's collapsed again. We're way back to the future. Where is it? Sometimes I fall asleep working on my music, but my composition book isn't here. Nope, it's not in there either. Let's see, I was working in the dining car earlier. Or was I visiting Mother? Either way, I should search the train. Clearly my composition book isn't here. Are we going to be playing him now? Okay, where should I start? Well, Mother's room is right here. Let me just save that. We are in a different time period. I really can't just barge into any random room. I thought that was your mother's room. Is this your mother's room? Yeah, that's your mother's room, right? And there's nothing... Fresh roses. I hope Kiyu likes them. 5 fresh, fragrant roses in a vase. We don't have any inventory. Okay. Can we go in here? Not now, son. Your mother was resting. I'm sorry, Father. You see, I've misplaced my composition book and may have left it in there. Lost it again, did you? I swear you'd misplace your own head if it wasn't stuck to your neck. Yes, I suppose you're right, Father. Maybe it's a sign, son, to give up your fanciful notion of becoming a classical music composer and join me in the family business. But this is my dream, Father. Dreams are for something we all wake up from, son. It's only a matter of time. Everybody keeps saying that. It's a matter of time. It would be rude of me to... Can we go this way? Oh! My goodness, I'm so sorry. Think nothing of it. I really must pay more attention. Ha, I have the same problem. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm E.G. Morris. Oh, are you related to Edmund Morris, the Morris that owns this train line? Guilty as charged, and may I ask your name? Oh, of course. I'm Minoko Matsumoto, although you might recognize my maiden name more readily. Takebana. Indeed. The Takebanas are titans of industry. Or so says my father. I trust you're enjoying the journey. Indeed. This is quite the luxurious train. Now if you'll excuse me, I realise I've left my cabin without my necklace. Certainly. Enjoy the rest of the journey. Thank you. A pleasure meeting you, Eiji. Likewise. It would certainly not be proper for me to intrude on a woman alone in our cabin. Why is she back out again? I imagine all the cabins look the same, so no need to go in here even if I could. What was that about? Is she going to come back out again? No. Oh, what's that? What's happening? Where am I? I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to. How did I get here? Where is everyone? Are you alright, sir? Do you require assistance? Go away. Leave me alone. As you wish. That was odd. So that's room number 8. So maybe we should keep a note of that. So... Room 8, strange noises. Well, room 8. Man locked in, maybe? 5 is Minoko. If that's what she was called, I can't now remember. I can't go any further from here. Might as well head back. Father. Lower your voice, son. Your mother is asleep. Sorry, Father. Wait, never mind. So his mother is in room 3. Oh, we can look at this again. Fresh water for the sleeping car. There's not a lot left. Service window for the kitchen. Meal orders are clipped a string across the top. I trust you are having a pleasant journey, Master Morris. An elegant water dispenser filled to the brim with fresh, clear ice water. Are we going to have to transfer some of that to the other one? I have my doll, Mummy. Oh, I didn't see the janitor bring it. He didn't. One of my ghost friends found it for me. You're in your imagination. You know Mummy doesn't like it when you talk about imaginary friends. But they're not imaginary. I do hope you grow out of this soon. You're worrying Mummy. Can we say again? But Mummy, the girl was nice. Not another word about your so-called ghost friends. Do you hear? And as soon as I sell these babies, son, I'll be able to buy this train line right out from under your father's nose. Just you wait and see. Okay. Oh, where's his mum gone? Why are you sitting alone? Where are your parents? Mummy just went back to her cabin, but it's okay. I'm all grown up and they leave me on my own all the time. Your father owns this train, doesn't he? Well, maybe he can bring me some tea. In fact, have it brought to my room, then I won't have to look at that creepy little girl. There's something off about that one. She's not right. Okay. Oh, pictures. Hey, there's a note stuck behind the picture. Scavenger hunt clue 1. Take note of what surrounds you here, and you will find my token, dear. How can a clue be both the next you find, yet still be found out of order? It's a riddle and a scavenger hunt. I wonder where it will lead. Trash bin's locked again. An immaculate porcelain sink with expensive fixtures. Above it is an